Toothpick. It's a beautiful summer day here at the library where we're still trapped inside. But that's okay. We haven't lost our minds yet. We're still experimenting. We're having fun. We're having fun, right, Eli?
Yes, sir.
Having fun. Okay, today we're going to make ice paint. Ice paint? Before I begin, I concede that you might be asking yourself, why would I want to make ice paint when I can just go to the store and buy some sidewalk chalk or some watercolors or whatever? And I totally get it. And in my own personal opinion, the reason is because it's fun. It's fun, it's messy, you get to mix stuff up, you get to make your own colors, and that's the long and short of it. Does that sound good to you, Eli?
Sounds great, Dave.
I thought it would. So, what do we need to make our own ice paint? You'll need an ice tray. You'll need at least one toothpick or a Q-tip if you feel safer using that. You'll need a mixing bowl. You will need 1 cup of water. You will need something with which to stir, and you will need cornstarch. And you will need baking soda. The first thing we're going to do is mix 4 tablespoons both cornstarch and baking soda in our bowl. So I'm going to take our little giraffe mug here, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we'll take our baking soda in our lovely Starbucks cup that my Uncle Billy gave me for Christmas 10 years ago. Thanks, Uncle Billy. Besides the point. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, next we're going to take our half a cup of water and just pour it on in there. And we're going to take our stirring implement and just get mixed up to where the cornstarch and the baking soda is nice and dissolved, to where it kind of looks like milk, to be honest. Is it looking milky, Eli?
Very milky.
Very milky.
Don't drink it, right?
Don't drink, no. I mean, I don't think it would really hurt you, but it sure wouldn't taste too good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think you might spit it out all over the curtains and your mom would get real mad. I know my wife probably would, or she'd laugh. She'd probably laugh.
Yeah. I'd laugh.
But your mom wouldn't laugh. No. Okay. The next thing we're going to do, and the recipe that I've used says you can either use temper water-based paint or you can use food coloring. But I've used food coloring in so many of the things that I've done so far that I'm using paint this time around. And I got some yellow, and I'm just going to put a little bit here in that receptacle and a little bit there in that receptacle. And we'll take some green, and put some there, and put some there. And we'll take sort of what looks like kind of a neon yellow maybe. Put some there in that guy, put some there. And we'll take some red and put it in there, and put some in there, and put some in there. There we go. And lastly, we're not going to use this black because it's empty. We're going to take this pinkish, purplish, fuchsia-ish looking paint and put a couple dabs here, a couple dabs there, one there, and one more there. Now, here comes the tricky part and where you really might want an adult's help. Okay? You're going to very carefully take your milky mixture of your water and your cornstarch and your baking powder and just put a little bit in each one. You want to fill it about 3/4 of the way up in each spot. You know, it's actually not that bad. It's very salty. You still shouldn't drink it though. Legit. Where am I? Oh, there's my toothpick. Next, we're just gonna take our toothpick or our cotton swab and just mix those colors in so they get nice and mixed real well. Be nice if I had some blues, some oranges. But this is about all I really had to work with. Now, unfortunately, the next step, like some of our experiments, requires a little bit of patience on your part because you're gonna have to take your ice cube tray and very, 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 very carefully, so as not to make a big, big mess, put it in your freezer and let it form ice cubes just like you would any other regular tray of water for, you know, a good 5, 6, 7 hours. And when it comes out, it'll look like this. And you can just, you know, pop them out like you would an ice cube, and you can use them to paint on any sort of canvas that your mom and dad thinks is acceptable. And if I was at home, I would use my ice cube paint to paint on our front sidewalk in front of our house, but I'm not at home, and it would be really irresponsible for me to do that here on the library property, on the sidewalk out front or on the porch out back. But what I've done, because I wanted to show you that this really does work, is I made a message for you guys using my ice cube paint. And Eli, if you could get a good close-up of this.
Oh, yeah.
In case you were still wondering, we miss you, folks. That's all for today. We'll see you next time.